Hey guys, welcome back. I've been trying to do the intro to this video for the last 10 minutes, but things keep happening. Like, the door just opened, okay, and nothing. And then 20 seconds later, the door opens more and the cat wanders in. And so I'm trying to talk, and he's sitting on the bed staring at me, which for some reason made me very uncomfortable. Anyway, I'm going to do my 2016 favorites. This, for some reason, was a bit of a challenge for me, trying to figure out the things that I've reached for the most, the things that I really liked, that I discovered during 2016. So I'm going to start with makeup first, and probably eyeshadows, because that's what I have the most of. Okay, so this palette is new for 2016, the Huda Beauty palette. This palette is amazing. You guys have all seen this palette, but for me this was kind of like one of those Felicia palettes. I reached for this quite a bit when I did get this. I didn't get this until December. My good friend Vanda got this for me for Christmas, but it has been something that I have used a lot of since I got it. So this is definitely a favorite of 2016. The next palette that I really like and that I didn't get until December also was the Graveyard Girl palette, the Swamp Queen palette. You guys have all seen this as well. This is nothing new, but this is definitely a favorite of mine. I haven't used all of the colors, but what I have used I really like. Like Sassy Bun is my favorite. I use Big Baby on my lid, like all over, to set my base. Dogman, Natural Peaches is one that I use a lot, and Gator Wings, which is this highlight, I use that in the inner corner of my eye. It's really pretty. Next up is the Nubian palette from Juvia's Place. Again, great quality, nice pigmentation, nice range of colors. You can do neutral looks, everyday looks, smoky looks. This is just a really awesome palette that I find myself reaching for a lot, and the price is not bad for this being an indie brand. There's one other palette that I would like to purchase from Juvia's Place, but if I can't get that one, I'm happy with this. If you can get your hands on it, I do recommend it. It's a very nice palette. Anastasia Modern Renaissance. I mean, this palette is amazing. I use this palette quite a bit. I don't know if it's going to focus or not. Again, new camera, still trying to figure things out. But anyway, I reach for this palette quite a bit. Red Ochre is probably my all-time favorite color. Let me see if I can get in there and focus this. I don't know, it's not going to focus, but I'm sure you've all seen this palette. I'm sure most of you have it. Again, awesome all-around palette. When Anastasia first started making palettes, they were like $29. This was $42, I think. So I think they're starting to catch on that their eyeshadows are awesome and that people are willing to pay the money for them. I, for one, am willing to pay the money, but it was nice when the palettes were a little bit more on the affordable side. Another awesome palette that definitely had my name all over it was the Violet Voss Holy Grail palette. My friend Elsie was kind enough to pick this up for me at one of the makeup shows that she went to. When I saw this palette, I think I saw this first on Instagram before it even launched, before it was even launched at the makeup shows. But anyway, this was one that I definitely had to have. I remember asking my friend Susie, her Instagram name is Blushed and Bronzed. I asked her, she went to, I think it was IMATS, and I was like, hey, when you're there, can you take a peek at this palette? Because at that time it wasn't available. You couldn't even buy it at IMATS. And she said it was definitely nice, and so I was like, okay, I'm going to grab that. But beautiful palette. Colors are awesome. Pigmentation is awesome. Violet Voss has since come out with several palettes. I do have the Drenched Metals palette that my friend Elsie gifted me, but I find that I reach for the Holy Grail the most. Next up are a couple of Morphe palettes. Now, I'm going to be honest, I am not a fan of Morphe. I have several other palettes from them that my friend Vanda gave me. I rarely reach for those. I find that the eyeshadows are hit or miss. Sometimes they're really overly powdery, sometimes they're not very pigmented. I feel like in every palette you have a couple of those colors. But I will say that the Morphe 35O and the 35F are amazing. The 35F is the Fall into Frost palette. These are what the colors look like. It's really very pretty. I do reach for this one quite a bit. The colors, when I first saw this online, I was like, that is definitely something that I could see myself reaching for often, and I do. This bottom row down here is perfect for transition shades or outer color or outer corner, whatever the case may be. I'm glad that they included some matte shadows in this palette. I like frost finishes and shimmer, but I find that when I buy a palette that doesn't have any matte shadow options, it's quite annoying, because then I have to reach for other palettes so that I can fill in my crease and transition and whatnot. So, but this is a great overall palette, and for the price, it's awesome. The 35O is one that I resisted for a long time. I didn't feel like it was something that I really needed because I do have all of these colors, just not all together. But I finally decided around, I can't remember if it was Black Friday, or I don't remember when I bought this palette, but I'm glad that I did. Here are the colors here. It's a great palette. I do find myself reaching for this one quite a bit as well. A lot of times I just reach for this one for like my crease color, transition, outer corner color. This one right here in particular, I find I reach for quite a bit. I was told that this was one of the more popular shades in the palette, and I can understand why. The pigmentation is amazing. So if you're into those sort of warm orangey toned colors, definitely look into getting the 35O. Another brand that I discovered this year, actually through my friend Beth, was Feather River Body. She's an indie brand. You can purchase her eyeshadows off of Etsy. The quality of her eyeshadows, in my opinion, is right up there with Urban Decay, MAC, Dior. I mean, her eyeshadows really are amazing. So for Christmas, my friend Beth got for me 55. Actually, she got me all of the matte eyeshadows from Feather River Body. She bought the eyeshadows that I didn't have. I do reach for these quite a bit. If you ever get a matte where it's kind of skippy, the pigmentation is off, I have found that so far, I haven't found one of the matte eyeshadows from Feather River Body that skip or aren't pigmented. They're creamy and they're blendable and they're smooth and they're just amazing. Also, she has pressed pigments, and which I love pressed pigments. They are some of my favorite. I have a lot of pressed pigments from MAC. I have some from Makeup Geek. Don't mind the mess. I dropped this palette and I broke. And I dropped this palette from probably, I don't know, 4 or 5 feet. It was on top of my dresser. So one of mine shattered, but these are some more of the mattes that Beth got for me. And then some of the pressed pigments and shimmer shadows are on this side. I do encourage you, if you haven't purchased any yet, just get a couple. Get like a matte and a shimmer or a pressed pigment and just give them a try. I don't think you'll be disappointed. Another set of eyeshadows that I received from my friend Vanda. She's like my Melt fairy godmother. Every time Melt launches something, she gets it for me. But the Rust Stack, awesome. Awesome quality. The eyeshadows are beautiful. I reach for these quite a bit. This one I sometimes use through my eyebrows. Beautiful. What was nice about this was when Vanda sent me these in the mail, this one here came broken. This one is antique. It came broken. It was beyond repair. I could not fix it. So I emailed Melt. I told them what happened, and they were kind enough to send me a new one. I didn't even have to send my old one back. They just sent this one out to me, which was awesome. So awesome customer service. And then this one here, Rust, is just unbelievably beautiful. Of all the stacks, I have to say this one and Dark Matter are my favorite. And another, this is from Vanda as well. This was a Christmas gift. It's a Charlotte Tilbury Cream eyeshadow. It's the Eyes to Mesmerize, and the color is Bet. And beautiful. I've used this one quite a bit, actually. It's a great sort of one and done, so I'm very happy about that. Again, I use it quite a bit. As a matter of fact, I like to wear, this is from Illamasqua. It's a Beyond Powder Illuminator. I don't know, Beyond, it says Beyond Powder, whatever. It's kind of a highlight. This one is called Epic, and it is beautiful. And sometimes I put that on over the top of Bet. And to be honest, that combination I stole from Tanya Burr. I came across one of her videos where she used those two. She used Bet first, and then she put Epic over the top, and I just thought it was so pretty. So I really wanted to try it, and she was right. It is a beautiful combination. Some Drugstore eyeshadows that I have gotten, and actually I use this one the most. It's from Palladio. They're the Crushed Metallic Shadows. This one is gorgeous. I find myself reaching for this one quite a bit. Look at how beautiful. I use this one quite a bit. I also have this one here. This one is called, it's called Light Year. And then I have another. This one is just as beautiful. It's called Supernova. So pretty, isn't it? Whew, my hair is so hot on my shoulders. Doesn't help that I'm sitting in front of this ring light though. Some more drugstore favorites. NYX. NYX really did an amazing job, in my opinion, this past year of coming out with certain eyeshadows and palettes. I actually have a palette sitting over there I should show you guys. But these are among my favorites. These are the NYX Roll-On Shimmer eyeshadows. I have 6 of them. They are amazing. They really are. They're super pretty. I have them on my eyes right now. And it's just to add a little bit of shimmer over the top of what I had on my lid. It's just a very pretty sort of topper, but they're also really very pretty on their own. Sometimes with those eyeshadows, I will use a glitter glue. This is from NYX as well. I haven't tried any other glitter glues, just this one, but I find that it works just fine. I haven't felt the need to purchase any other glitter glues. From Pixi, the brow palette, really like this. I use this quite a bit. It's got a nice range of colors in there, and this one here I actually use quite a bit on my eyelid as a base. The little box keeps trying to find my face, but I will not let it. Anyway, I like this a lot. It's from Target, or you can order it online. Highlights this year that have really stood out. This is not new, but it's new to me. The Balm's Mary Luminizer. I use this quite a bit. I actually use this as an inner corner highlight more so than I do like on the top of my cheeks. I got the idea for using it as an inner corner highlight from Luster Lux. And then my friend Lizzie sent this to me. This is from MAC. It's Luna Luster. It is from the Star Trek collection. Holy cow. I wanted this. I ended up missing out on it, and at the time, Lizzie is actually the one that gave me the number. I would have been able to call one of the MAC counters to purchase this, but at the time I wasn't able to. I can't remember why, but she was nice enough to send it to me, and I just adore this. I like it because it is not a crazy highlight. I like to have a little bit of a sheen, but I don't want to sparkle, you know, like a disco ball. I just am not into that. But speaking of sparkling like a disco ball, the Jaclyn Hill face palette. I have to admit that I really like this palette. I reach for it quite a bit. I'm trying to wipe it off because it's kind of dirty right now. My friend Martha actually sent this to me. She bought it, she didn't like it, and so she asked me if I wanted it, so I was like, of course I'll take that off your hands, no problem. I do have 2 champagne pops because champagne pop comes in this, and I also have another one that Martha sent me because she didn't like how it looked on her. But I reach for these 2 a lot for like inner corner highlight. What's funny is I find myself using this Prosciutto pop a lot as highlight. And then of the blushes, this one here is my favorite, and that one is called Amaretto, and I reach for that one quite a bit. But this palette, when I'm not sure what to use for inner corner highlight, I just grab this and it works. I've actually worn Rose Spritz on my eyes as an eyeshadow too. It's very pretty. For bronzer, most of you know that NARS Laguna is like my holy grail. It's my all-time favorite. I have not replaced it yet though, because I have quite a few bronzers that I want to get through before I replace my NARS. But one this year that was just amazing, and it's Drugstore. My friend Beth sent this to me, is the Butter Bronzer from Physicians Formula. I use this all the time. This is definitely one of my most favorite bronzers. I like this because on my complexion it looks very natural. I can wear it very light, or I can build it up if I want to. But when I first got this was all that I used. I was even using it in my crease as a transition color. So if you haven't tried this, I do recommend it. Okay, for a foundation, I've wanted to try NARS Sheer Glow for a very long time. Some of you know the story about Sephora. I won't get into it, but basically I was told there was no match for my skin tone. So I decided to match myself and found my color. I am in Fiji. I bought this from a store called Blue Mercury. They opened one up downtown Savannah, so I strolled in there, picked one out for myself. The color is awesome on my skin. One thing about this though is that it's not very good in the summertime. This is better for colder weather. So right now I am getting the most use out of this because although it's not cold, it's been like 70, 75, 80 degrees, I'm finding that I can get away with wearing this now. But this right now at the moment is my like holy grail foundation. I really like this, and I wish that I hadn't waited so long to get it. This next one is from Guerlain. It is a BB Beauty Booster Lingerie Depot. I don't even know what you would. It's a Lingerie Depot Beauty Booster. This is amazing. I get a lot of compliments on my skin when I wear this. Honestly, I probably get the most. People ask me quite a bit when I have this on what foundation I'm using. As a matter of fact, a lot of times when you guys ask me questions as to what foundation I'm wearing in my video, 9 times out of 10 it's this one. I don't know why, but it just makes my skin look very natural and smoothed out, and for a BB cream, like, this is amazing. So I would definitely recommend this. I know it's not very cheap. It's gonna hurt when I have to replace this, but again, it is an amazing foundation, BB cream, beauty booster. I don't know, I really like it. Some facial spray that I discovered this year, and this was like a big hit on Instagram. People were posting about this all the time. The Pearlescence waters, but those are awesome sprays. I use them after I do my face. I use them to wet eyeshadows. Amazing. All right, you guys know that I'm not a big lip person, but a lip liner that I discovered in 2016 from MAC. It is a Pro Longwear lip pencil. It is called In Control. This is probably one of my favorite lip liners at the moment. I reach for this one quite a bit. I actually have it on right now with Verve lipstick. This one is definitely a favorite. And then this is kind of funny. Some of you might think this is weird, some of you not. If you know me, you know this is not weird for me at all, but deodorant. I posted this on Instagram and I found that a lot of you guys use this deodorant. It is from Old Spice. It smells amazing. This one is amber scented. I have had quite a few of the Old Spice deodorants, but amber is hands down my favorite. It's just a really awesome fall winter scent. So right now this is the one that I'm using, but I have tried others. The reason that I like to use men's deodorant, when I was working for MAC, you know, sometimes I would wear shirts that didn't have sleeves, and I'd put my deodorant on no problem. Well, I was finding that not even halfway through my shift, I was not smelling so good anymore. So I thought maybe I would try men's. I don't know if there's a difference. Maybe it's all in my head, but I really feel like using men's deodorant as opposed to women's deodorant is keeping me from becoming stinky. Plus it smells good, so it's a win-win. But if you're interested in a really good smell, next time you're at the store, take the top off and give it a whiff. I think it's pretty good. Some brushes I discovered this year, and not because I bought them, but because I stole them. Vanda had these sitting around, she wasn't using them, so I took them off her hands. These Bedellum brushes, I reach for these all the time. Like, I seriously use these the most, especially this one here. This is the 964. It's just, I think it's just kind of like a blush brush. I use this all the time. This is awesome for contouring. I mean, check this guy out. I love this brush. There's a hair stuck to it. I love this brush. I use this one a lot for, like, you know, whatever. I try not to contour, but it ends up looking like I contour, right? But I try not to. But I use these all the time. These are awesome brushes. I think these are cheaper than like MAC. I'm not sure, I haven't looked into it, but I reach for these more than I reach for my MAC brushes. Okay, skincare. I came across this brand. My very good friend Shelly posted a picture on Instagram about the Abnormal Beauty Company, and I had to check it out for myself. This is the Ordinary brand, and I find that this has been the best skincare for me. I don't even know what to say about this because I feel like skincare is very individual. It's very personal. What works for me may not work for you, but this line has definitely done wonders for my skin, especially this product here. It's called the Buffet. I ran out of this and I got lazy about ordering, and I didn't order for probably, I don't know, 3 weeks or so. It was a long time. And I found that my skin was not looking sort of as vibrant and even toned. It just, something was lacking. And even though I was still using my retinol, the retinoid, and alternating with the lactic acid, something was missing from my skin. And this is seriously amazingness in a bottle. And I know they look kind of small, but this bottle, I use it twice a day. I use it in the morning and at night. It lasted me, I think it was like 2 months or so before I had to reorder. This is the only one that I've had to reorder. My retinol is kind of getting, it's kind of down to about right here. But again, awesome products. I have the hyaluronic acid, the 100% organic cold pressed rosehip seed oil, the lactic acid 10%, and the advanced retinoid 2%. They just work for me. And if you haven't looked into it, it's very inexpensive. It's not an expensive brand at all. When I first ordered from them, there was no shipping. There is now shipping. It's the one time that I really don't care about shipping that I'm happy to pay it. But this stuff, the buffet, this stuff is awesome. I do encourage you guys to check it out, read up on some of the products. I will put a link down below for you guys so that you can just click on it and go take a look. I'll also list the products that I use on my face. I follow the regimen for anti-aging. Oh my gosh, thank God I'm getting down to the end here because I'm dying. I normally don't get warm, but I am pretty warm. Okay, so a lot of you that watch my vlogs, you guys know that I've really been getting into smoothies, and it's like my favorite thing to do now. This guy, what is this? The NutriBullet 900. Amazing. I got this on Black Friday. I think I paid, after the rebate, it was $57, I think. This is amazing. I use it every day. I make myself a healthy smoothie every day, no matter what. This is like the best thing ever. Do you need to get this one to make smoothies? No. But I just wanted to show you guys what I was using. You could put ice in it, frozen fruit. It handles it like a champ. No problems at all. I was using my Ninja for the longest time, but I found that it was just kind of getting annoying and it wasn't breaking up the fruit, and I was having to like, anyway, with this I don't have to mess with it. I just put the stuff in, pop the top on, and let it go to work. So if you can and you're looking for a very good blender, smoothie maker, whatever, check this out. I don't think you'll be disappointed. And then again, a little bit of randomness, but two things that I discovered in the year 2016. Trying to sort of eat healthier and watch what I'm eating, and as far as like snacking, I'm a big snacker. I could care less about sitting down to a large meal. I like to snack. Lenny and Larry's, awesome. Snickerdoodle are my absolute favorite. These were recommended to me by a couple of my friends on Instagram. So discovering these was amazing. My friend Sandra actually told me about how much cheaper they were at Walmart, so I always get these at Walmart now. I think it's $5.78 for a box of these cookies, and they are massive. I would show you what they look like, but the box is actually empty. But this is probably an accurate size here. It's a large cookie, and they're very filling, and if you have a sweet tooth, you need to feed that sweet tooth. Lenny and Larry's cookies are awesome. And then this is something else I discovered that I'm addicted to, and I always have them. These popcorners, if you haven't ever tried these, you need to try them. They are amazing. It is corn. In here it's just non-GMO yellow corn, sunflower oil, and sea salt. That's it. And they're so good. There's different flavors. My favorite is the cinema style, but they were out, so I got the salt of the earth. They have kettle corn. They have, I think it's like a white cheese, and then there's one with jalapeno, I think, which I haven't tried that one. But these are awesome. So anyway, whoops, that is it. Let me know what you guys think of my favorites. Let me know what some of your favorites are down below. If there's something that you think I would be interested in or be interested in trying, I would love to read about it. So, all right, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and I will see you all again very soon. Bye.